If you open up the Joint Typhoon Warning Center's webpage here on the 10th of August 2020, you might think, oh my goodness, the tropics are on fire. There's 3 systems out there. A tropical storm 06W, Jangmi, which is now moving off towards the Korean Peninsula, and 07W, just recently named Mekkhala by the Japan Meteorological Agency. Now, everything, as typically with meteorology, needs to be put into perspective because none of these storms are expected to become a typhoon. Big issue, actually, is some decent rainfall, mainly associated with the monsoon coming in out of the South China Sea and Southeastern Asia. Take a look at water vapor imagery here. You can see what I'm talking about. So our 06W is over here. It's falling apart, completely dissipating. What's left of Jangmi is getting swept up with the jet stream back here towards the north. So yes, Korea is getting it, but not really much of an impact there. Really, the biggest storm system that I want to concentrate on today is Mekkhala here, located towards the southwest of Taiwan, the northwest of the Philippines. Been sitting out here for a bit now, and that is just streaming in moisture. And actually, the rain is the big topic. For example, this is the ECMW of 72-hour rainfall accumulation outlook. But with this particular model, GFS also comparable, and it just continues to show this stream of moisture. There's a river of moisture, if you will, coming in from the southwest. Now, this doesn't mean a tremendous amount of rainfall, unfortunately, for the Philippines because the low-level circulation is up here. If it was over here, it would mean a big difference because the river would be drawn across the country. And I do say, unfortunately, you might think I'm a sadist or something because that would bring flooding. Yes, it would if too much, but from all the reports I've been getting here across the sides of Mindanao, they are still in very dry conditions, and the farmers do continue to need some decent rainfall. We just haven't had any typhoons out here to replenish some of those reservoirs yet this year. Take a look at the forecast from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. I'm using their forecast because recently I've just fallen back in love with it. I know I've always typically leaned towards JMA, but I also love the graphics from JTWC, mainly the wind fields and how they show the winds on here. That's simply all it is. It's not really leaning towards one agency or another because I think both are comparable as far as their forecasting technique. But take a look at the forecast here. It does bring this storm up towards the north, remaining a tropical storm. That's fantastic. Moving through the Taiwan Strait off towards Guangzhou there into southeastern China. So that's really the forecast. Let's take a look ahead at the timeline here through Monday into Tuesday using the ECMWF model, supported by the Meteor app, which years of using this, I think they discontinued, and on some apps, I still find this one of my favorites because just the representation, and it only costs $5 on the App Store. Really just can continue to see that flow coming in from the south. It stays mostly off of the Philippines. Let's pull back the complete picture and kind of get an idea of the setup really across the entire Western Pacific. Going ahead through Tuesday and Wednesday, the Bermuda High continued. Bermuda High, goodness gracious, I'm in the Atlantic. The Westpac High continued to dominate out here south of Japan. We still have that easterly flow coming across the tropics. So as I mentioned in my last few updates, yeah, there are the convective cells out there, but nothing is being indicated at this time for development here into the easterlies, but we're going to keep a close eye on it as one should this time of year. There continues to be plenty of moisture just embedded in this big stretch right in there, plus sea surface temperatures upwards of 28 to 30 degrees Celsius. Conducive for development. Just need organization and the dry air to kind of subside towards its north, as well as vertical wind shear. But the ignition is there for development, so keeping a close eye on it. Anyways, that's all for now. Just a quick update. I know people were asking about these storms here. Big, really end of the line statements with this though. Southeastern China, Taiwan, northwestern Philippines looking at some decent rainfall over the coming days. I guess I could have just put that in a tweet and maybe it was the same amount of information you got with this now 4.5 minute long video. Stay safe out there, guys. As always, thanks for watching.